Here, look how strong that is. You can't even ding it. Incredibly strong. Wire mesh, fabric, and straight Portland cement. Great mix, great strength. You can easily decorate this beautifully. What is super exciting for me in the moment is using the cement fabric and this metal caging. There's many different types of metal caging. And basically, just by wrapping this metal cage, I'm getting a shape. I'm getting a shape that I can decorate, that I can waterproof more or less by putting 3 or 4 layers of the cement fabric on here. So you're going to see a lot more videos using this caging system, wrapped with the fabric and decorated with exciting items that are going to make new planter styles. So stay tuned for that at Planter School. We're going to show you how to use these fabrics to your advantage and keep the process of making beautiful concrete planters that last for a very long time. Very simple. It's a very simple process if you're using the caging and the fabric. Let's say I had to move this planter. I would have to take all the soil, all the plants out, and I would have to basically move the concrete shell. My estimate is, we did some work with this planter. My estimate is that I would need 6 people, 5 to 6 people, lifting this up together at the same time, empty, and moving it to another location. So that's a lot of people, a lot of energy, and a lot of trouble. What is really nice about these concrete planters is they have this real ability to absorb heat, to protect the roots from overheating, and from getting dry, so drying out. The roots won't dry out in these concrete planters because this material will absorb a lot of the moisture you put into the planter and release it as needed. So this planter is fun and colorful, and I could move this around. If I took all the plant material out and the soil, I could move this by myself anywhere I'd like in the garden. Wouldn't be a problem. Then I could fill it back up, use the container again. A lot of people are questioning this cement fabric product when you paint it. This is now, it's more than half a year or a year, and it still looks the same as we made it. This is made with 4-ply, so we use 4 layers of cement fabric to make this. For me, this type of planter is spectacular. It is so much more attractive than a great big cement planter because I can use my creativity to decorate these types of planters. Look, this is one of our latest creations. 4-ply again, 4 layers of fabric, incredibly light, large planter. One person can move it around just putting it on there. You lift it up and put it on your waist and you walk around with it. Very effective, very quick to do. And you can add this beautiful type of finish where you're actually applying a colorful piece of art to the planter, especially if you're cutting it up into pieces, then you can bend it a lot easier. So that's the advantage of the cement fabric. You can decorate it in all these crazy ways and you can make this really exciting look that people sort of can't figure out how you've done it. And that's what's so nice about this material, is that it's a little bit on the new side where you're learning new techniques and you're teaching new techniques, and that makes cement fabric so exciting. This idea of using recycled plastic containers to make these planters is another fantastic way to get the shell, especially if you leave the plastic shape inside and you wrap it completely with cement fabric. Then you get this really beautiful look, and it's not that heavy to move around, and it's quite light to deal with. So that's another option, is using plastic containers and the fabric to get to these types of end results. Look, when you know this planter is going to stay in this place for the rest of its life, be it 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, then there's absolutely nothing wrong casting this planter upside down in a plastic mold, having another person with you, flipping it over, planting it, and it's in position to start growing whatever you want to grow inside it. You're basically saying if this is on the side of your driveway or your front entrance, that this planter is not going to move very soon. And that's why you're casting it in place so it's in the right spot for you to plant it up and get it ready. Yeah, I want to talk about the differences between concrete planters and fabric planters. Now, if we start with flexibility, the fabric planters are incredibly flexible in terms of what you can achieve with them, what you can do with them. The ability to decorate these planters is a lot greater than the planters or the concrete planters. So the flexibility definitely goes towards the fabric planters. My favorite thing now is to use a wire shell or wire frame and wrap the wire frame with concrete or cement fabric, wrap the frame with cement fabric, and by having that shell, I'm way ahead of the game already. So that's what's so appealing with this fabric, is you can make paper thin planters and have the shape ready in a couple of minutes. Creativity. Again, fabric planters, you can do incredibly beautiful things with the fabric, especially if you end up making yourself these cement fabric skins that you can actually glue on to the shape that you create, especially if you cut these into smaller pieces and glue them on as if they're tiles or a mosaic. So that's a really great advantage for that. The longevity of these planters, I would say concrete planters, if done correctly, mixed with 1 cement to 3 sand gravel mix, polypropylene fibers, a couple of chemicals in there, the concrete planters will probably last longer, although it's a very tight race with the fabric planters if you solve the delamination issue. If your fabric planters don't delaminate in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, then they'll last much longer. So it's a very close tie between concrete and cement planters for longevity, and that has to do with the freeze-thaw cycle as well. And it's interesting, the fabric planters are paper thin, so they don't really even have the surface area for the frost to actually break something apart, because there's basically a paper thin layer of cement, fabric, another layer of cement, fabric, layer of cement. So there's not much area for the frost and the freeze thaw to get at that material. But I would still say that if you make a proper concrete planter, they can last indefinite and are incredibly strong. Now the weight issue is very interesting. Definitely the fabric planters win. It's probably, I would say, 1/10 of the weight when you make the fabric planters. With concrete planters, you have this method called cast in place. So basically you're casting the planter exactly where it's going to end up. So you just need another person for you to flip it over, demold and flip over. Thermal, definitely concrete planters. In very, very hot climates, the thermal value of the cement is incredible. It helps immensely with keeping the roots cool. And many plants thrive incredibly well inside larger concrete vessels. Now watering is interesting. The fabric planters have very little ability to absorb and reserve water to release later on, but the thicker concrete planters do a great job in absorbing the water and releasing it at a later time to keep the plants in moisture. So DIY friendly, I'll put this as an equal because both of them are quite easy to do. The fabric planters will excite you more than the concrete planters, so you're going to be more excited doing DIY projects with the fabric instead of straight cement. Now you can combine these two together. You make a fabric shell and then you coat it with concrete on the outside, so we can remember that as well. So this idea of frost, fabric planters definitely don't have that surface area, so they're definitely going to deal with frost and freeze thaw a lot better. Delamination. Concrete planters only have delamination problems when you wait too long between your casts. Like you'll cast one morning and then the next day you'll cast the next part of this planter. That's where you're going to get into problems with delamination. So try to cast your concrete planter all at the same time. The fabric planters, just try your best to do like a 4-hour rhythm, put a next coat on every 4 hours. And when you get to the edges of the fabric planter, make sure that the edge folds over. So you have a fabric that is closing in the walls by going over the edge, and that'll prevent a lot of the delamination. If you have an open edge around the top, you're going to get delamination regardless. Now, creating shapes, definitely fabric planters is an advantage. You can use sand to make a shape or plastic containers to make a concrete, but having the shape ready to go, being able to put concrete on top of it or more fabric or decorations is a real advantage of using, let's say, a wire mesh shell and coating it with fabric and then decorating at a later time.